Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Right, welcome again. Now you clicked on today's episode on inflammation. What inflammation really is. And before I started this, I thought, what does the whole corpus of human production of knowledge suggest what inflammation is? And I looked up AI, ChatGPT 3, and it suggested it's inflammation, redness, soreness, swelling, that sort of thing. Okay, I've put that away, and I was thinking what inflammation is to people, and inflammation to many people is, well, let's put it this way, a vanity word to put excuses on their bloat, their water retention, their overweight or obesity status. That's how we refer to inflammation. And inflammation isn't bad. It is bad, but it's a physiological protection mechanism to protect us from whatever is infecting, ailing us, what sort of disease process is happening, whether it relates to chronic disease, autoimmune disease, that's the one I was after, and even cancer. So inflammation is important to protect us in a blow or a trauma. Inflammation, well, let's face it, it's blood loss. If it's a blow, which isn't quite protective, but there are inflammations that are protective. We hear about inflammation, how to reduce inflammation with taking things like turmeric. And I started with turmeric. I'll still take turmeric as a habit, but it's probably a low efficacy inclusion in my daily regimen. Inflammation is a downstream process that there's a disease process happening, and that disease process is happening because you are micronutrient deficient. For the last 5% or 1%, it could be toxins and environmental exposures, yes, okay, I get that. But the majority is in the micronutrient deficiencies. These days, all of us are micronutrient deficient, as just like saying that all of us are sinners, because our food supply chain is stuffed. 140 years ago, when we started to stop ash practice, ash was one of those ways where we used to get minerals in our soil. The minerals enter the soil, the crops are grown, the crops take minerals out of the soil, we eat the crops once harvested, and the minerals end up into us, which makes the vitamins, the amino acids, and the essential fatty acids work in our physiology. So those minerals are very, very important. And after the next half century after that, and then particularly now the next half century after that, and then the third half century after, say, World War II, the production of hydroelectric dams really started to kick in, and now we have 1 million hydroelectric dams around the world, plus another 2 million, so 3 million in total. Now 2 million irrigation type dams, and basically we've mitigated seasonal flooding We have flooding from time to time, which overdoes the dam capacities, but those seasonal flooding events was another means how we used to get minerals in our soil. So if there's a farmland close to you and it hasn't flooded ever in the last several decades, the carrots or the lettuce that are grown there, each time there's a harvest, the minerals are gone. Next harvest goes in, extract the minerals that are there, it's gone. That's why we are depleted. That's why we are sinning, as in being born nutrient deficient. I like to change that with my now 1-year-old baby girl. She's doing great guns, I'll tell you. And that's what we need to be doing. The Health 44. Ooh, this is a great time to suggest what the Health 44 is. The Health 44 is health happens when you take away 4 classes of the micronutrients. That first for the 44, you take away the... Did I just take away 4 classes of food that we have to take away? We add the micronutrients. So the first for the 44 is taking away, eliminating. It's an elimination diet, but it's essential. Eliminate the glutens, oils, sugars, nitrates, nitrites. Those glutens include wheat, barley, rye, oats, wheat, buckwheat. But I would suggest even more so these days, get off the grains. It's just the snouts in it. Your snouts in the trough, getting you overweight and obese. Have you ever had that feeling where you're at a steakhouse or something and you get the potatoes and the bread where you really could have just done with the steak? You finish with the steak, you're full, but before the steak came, you had the bread, you had potatoes with the steak, so you finish the steak, you finish off the potatoes, and you could go more, you could go dessert. That's the carbs. The carbs equals grains, complex carbs at least, sugars, issue. So wheat, barley, rye, oats in the gluten. The oils include burnt animal fat. Don't overcook your meat, those carnivores. Medium rare max. All oils in a bottle and fried food out. You can't fry your food. It's superheated. That adds to the whole trans fats, heterocyclic amines and acrylamides in your circulatory system. That adds to the whole atherosclerosis. Sugars, out of the contest. Toxic. And I would suggest even cutting out fruit, at least 90% cut out. Yes. And nitrates, nitrites, which brings in the whole excluding the new carcinogen in town, the nitrates, nitrites, which are mainly found in the processed meats. So that's 90+% of the supermarket gone. Then you bring in those 4 classes of micronutrients, the 60 minerals, the 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. That rounds out the 90 declared essential micronutrients. Why are they essential? Because we don't manufacture ample amounts of those. And that's what we require. We need to supplement these days. We also need to improve digestion, absorption via the no gluten complex. And then we need to have daily dependable supply of those 4 classes of micronutrients. Health sorted. And information sorted. So, whatever your excuse of information, or you have information, do the Health 44, and information won't be an issue. Inflammation, bowel issues, and all that sort of thing. Get off the gluten. Do the Health 44. No worries. Which other information? The bloating, same thing. Gluten. Get off the grains. Do the Health 44. No worries. You name it. Do the Health 44. Just like if you've got to have a computer problem, the first thing they say, reboot. Do the Health 44. So yeah, put the phone down. So I've decided to just ramble until I get exhausted, just fit it all in, compact it, rather than making it like a 20-minute sitcom. I'll just condense it in. I've done that. I think I've made my point. Thanks for your interest. Bye-bye.